Ain't saying this country's perfect, it ain't never been. But if all you do is tear it down, maybe it's time you kick rocks and find another road to block with your pretty signs and color flags. Raised where the old flag flies, work all day underneath these skies, calloused hands and a beat up forward. Thank the good Lord for what we work for. We got our problems, yeah, that's true, but freedom means you can speak your mind, you can raise your voice, you can stand your ground, but don't burn the house while you're living in it for free. You say you hate these 50 states, everything we built and everything we made. Won't nobody change you to this ground. There's a highway running straight out of town. If you hate this country so bad, hey, get the hell out. If everything American makes you wanna shout, you can pack that bag, hit the road right now. Nobody's stopping you from getting out. I'll stand right here, proud and loud, boots on the dirt underneath that flag. You don't gotta love everything we're about, but if you hate this country so bad, get the hell out. Hold up, everybody talking like the grass stays greener, looking at America through a cracked phone screen. Yeah, talking real big about burning it down while enjoying every freedom that lets you run your mouth. You wanna make it better, man, I'm down with that. Stand up, vote, work, put your boots to the pad. Fix what's broken, help your hometown, but there's a difference between fixing and tearing it down. Red, white, blue ain't saying we're perfect. It means generations fought to preserve it. Factory workers, farmers, soldiers, and nurses, regular folks getting up and working for it. You're free to disagree, free to protest me, free to say this country ain't what you want it to be. That's the beautiful thing about the land of the free. You're even free if you hate this country so bad, hey, get the hell out. Quit kicking the dirt while you're running your mouth. There's 4 ties waiting in the road heading south, east, west, north. Pick your route out. I'll stand right here, proud and loud. Country boy underneath that flag. We can fight to make it better, that's what freedom's about. But if you hate this country so bad, get the hell out. I ain't saying Uncle Sam's always right. I ain't saying we shouldn't stand up and fight. Question the powerful, defend your rights. That's American and Saturday night. But I still love this land I'm on, from the Appalachian hills to the setting sun. You can call me stubborn, you can call me proud. Turn that banjo up and say it loud. We got scars, we got history, good and bad in the land of liberty. But change takes work, it don't come free. So grab a damn shovel and build with me. You wanna stay, then make a stand. Help your neighbor, lend a hand. Build something better across this land. That's something I can understand. If you hate this country so bad, get the hell out. Yeah, I said what I said, I ain't backing down. You can love it and still want to turn things around, but hate everything here, why stick around? Raise your fist, let the whole place shout. From the backwoods roads to the heart of downtown. If you hate this country so bad, get the hell out. Love it enough to make it better. Fight for what you believe. But if there ain't one damn thing here you love, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Boom, boom.
Boom.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing tonight?
Ooh. So, how about you?
Hanging in there.
I'm here. I didn't hear Jeff. You all right, Jeff?
I'm pretty good. I'm in the process of reading.
Oh.
I know.
I hope you said reading and not breathing.
Yeah. No, see, I don't breathe when I read.
Hold your breath so you can talk or think louder.
Of course. But I will say this. Teresa D. Mouth, you got a new subscriber. Okay, I'm done. Hello, Miss Grace. I hope you having a good day today.
Harvest Mary Moon's in here too. Data
Oh, is
B.
she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeannie. And there's that weird guy, Eric. He's in here too.
He's trouble. I heard bad things about him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all lies, of course, but
Yeah. But I thought it'd be a good idea to go over some of what I talked about. I think it was Monday. It might have been Tuesday. I don't know. I can't keep track of. I think it was Monday. Put a video out for what it would be like for 30 days without power, and I made it kind of a PG version, if you would, because I don't like going too dark on those kind of situations, because then you get the people, oh, you're bombing people, you're trying to scare everybody and this and that. And way I look at it, if you watch one of my videos and you're scared, either you're not prepared or
You don't care.
you need, it's on you. It's not me scaring you. It's something that's within your preps, or you're just not prepared for if something bad happens, you know.
Well, like Grace just said, being prepared is a good thing.
Yeah. And if it's just being prepared to, you know, putting stuff back to 2 years down the road, you start eating the stuff that cost you a fraction of what you paying 2 years later. It's just a way of saving money. Look at it that way.
Yeah.
And anybody that says, you know, all preppers are all scared of this and scared of that, and if you own a car, chances are you got a spare tire and a jack in the back of that thing. If not, then you don't need to be watching my channel anyway. Because you're screwed. Because most people prepare and they don't even realize that they do. You know, you have a spare tire. It's not because you're scared you're going to have a flat tire every time you leave the house. It's in case you get a flat. You can change your tire and get home. That's what being prepared is. Hey, Troy, good to see you.
I wonder how many people this day and time really know how to change a tire.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
or find the jack.
I know how to use it.
Them new
Most
cars.
don't even know how to cook. Unless it comes out of that microwave, they don't know how to cook.
Wait a minute, there are other ways to cook.
Yeah. And the whole power situation, I went down and did, like I said, a very PG version of 30 days. If it was the whole United States type of thing, no gasoline for 30 days. The first week would be kind of, scary-ish. But Just like, let me see if I can find the link here. Not the link. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And this comes from a lot of the power companies. I went and did some research on, like in my area, our electricity comes from coal. We still heat with or power the power plants here with coal in this whole area. So I asked how long would it be before, if they didn't have any deliveries, you know, because of no gas or anything, how long would it be before they would have to shut down? And they got 24 to 36 hours. I didn't think it was that bad. You know, I thought, well, a week or two, you know, because they would have to have a supply there. Evidently, they're not allowed to keep a surplus of coal for that purpose. It's a safety thing or something like that to do with having coal on the premises. So it's 24 to 36 hours before they have to shut down. And that means no power.
Yeah, that's stupid.
So what happens after they have no power? That means the water company is running your water off of a generator, which uses gas. So and they have enough for 48 hours, sometimes 72, depending on the place. So that means your water's gone within that week. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen to everybody out there, because there are people out there that get power from a nuclear plant. Now, that will last a lot longer, but there are other issues within that. It says they will, their issues with a nuclear plant is the cooling. Depending how it is, some have backups of water, and not only the water that they use to cool it off, but they have to have somewhere for that water to go, and they just don't empty it out the back door. They have processes where they have to have it hauled away. So if you don't have any gas to haul that away, eventually they're going to shut down safely. You know, they're just not going to hit the switch and then hope for the best. Now the best one here is the hydro plants. They'll run until something breaks, and they have to get a part. If they don't have the part, they can't very well have it shipped to them. So other than that, they can go weeks, months, or longer. Natural gas plants fell quickly as pipeline pressure drops or compressor stations lose auxiliary power or fuel. Again, they have to have fuel brought into them, so that could be a major issue. And that's the main power, you know. And once that goes, because a lot of people said, as long as I have power, we're fine. I don't have to go to the store and stuff. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. Just you know, I'm gonna pick a subject or an item that most of everybody has. So how many right now, I don't want you to get up and go look or anything, but just kind of guess, How many rolls of toilet paper do you have in your house right now?
Do you really want to know that answer?
Yeah, seriously. You know, now I know this is like the middle of the month. So, you know, a lot of people go do their shopping at the beginning of the month. And again, when these things happen, it's not going to be on the first of the month or the last of the month, the last day of the month. It's just going to be random. It's, you know, disasters don't pick which time of the month that they go off.
Well, I'll put it to you kind of like this. The pack we get is 12 rolls to a pack. We normally keep about 4 to 5 packs at a time, you know, like that. So it's enough to last 2-3 months, depending.
Okay.
Right now, we
And we got 15. So would 15 rolls last you a month? And that's the thing, that's the kind of thing I'm getting at is it's not so much, I'm just talking about toilet paper, but the fact is, start picking little items out, you know, toilet paper, milk.
Because you don't want to run out of socks.
Laundry detergent, you know, how much laundry detergent do you have? And it's you know, because
we have.
It's not that laundry detergent is the most important thing, same as like toilet paper, but that kind of gets you the idea of, well, if I'm short on that, maybe I'm short on some other things that I just don't think about right now. But if, you know, 30 days, cough medicine, you know, prescriptions, there's a lot of people that only do the 30-day prescription thing. You know, you can ask, you know, if you could switch it from 30 days to 90 days. Now, again, that's not going to help you much if you're at the end of the 90 days and something happens, unless you kind of prepare for that. And that goes for like water. Now, people who have their own wells and stuff, as long as they have a way to get it out. Now, I've seen some silly replies on the water situation when I talk about this, but a lot of people don't realize how heavy water is, especially if the well is like 200 feet down or something like that.
Yeah.
Trying to pull up not just a gallon of water, but whatever's in that pipe that goes all the way down, trying to pull that up. I don't care how big of a sucker you think you are, you're not gonna siphon that water out of there.
If you remember, we talked about this a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I've sat there and I figured out how to get water out of a 200-foot well without straining myself. Get 2 sawhorses, 2 pipes, put across there, get you a cable and hook onto it and drop one end in the well, hook the other end up to your vehicle.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You can get water from a water heater. You can get water from the back of your toilet too.
It's clean.
It's cleaner than the bowl.
Definitely, especially after 2 or 3 days there.
Yeah. But I may be weird and all, but I use Google Maps, and I look for water within 5 miles of me. That water could be a stream, but I found out that there's water sources all around me. It's other people's swimming pools.
Yeah. But
now I've had people say, "Oh, you can't drink that." There are ways to drink that. If I ain't had no water in 2-3 days, I'm going to make sure I clean that to where I can drink it.
Definitely. But you can also use it to flush with.
Oh, yeah.
You can use it to, let's say, wash your dishes with if need be.
Yeah. And there's,
bird bath.
As the moonshiner in my family tree, I know how to get water from bad water.
Mm-hmm.
It's called condensation.
Yeah.
And the people's been doing that with salt water for a long time. But you would be surprised. Go on Google Maps and find your place and do the view of your area, and look around at the houses and stuff, and look at all the swimming pools. There are a lot of people own swimming pools nowadays. Now, that's not saying that a map is 100% accurate and stuff, because people, sell their houses and their pools and stuff sometimes, or they just go bad. But it is an awesome way to, if you have an area that you would go to in case of emergency, you can map out a route very easily with that. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to be able to use that. So you would have to have an actual map, one of the paper ones.
Well, now around me,
Yeah.
a spring right up the road here, a couple of miles, one direction. The other direction, we got a good flowing creek crack going. So, and a bunch of ponds between here.
Yeah, I know a whole bunch of ponds around here. One up on the hill, and it's just because I use that Google Maps and I can see everything.
Well, now, in my field out there, it stays wet. I'm going to say 90% of the time throughout the year. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say there's a spring up underneath there. I've not gotten out there and progged the ground, in other words, to see.
Well, even if it's saturated, you can still dig.
Yeah.
And then just let it fill up.
Mm-hmm. Get me a backhoe. I'll do some digging to fill it up.
Well, again, the backhoes run on gasoline. or technically diesel, but
Yeah, you right.
yeah.
So if I get one, I'll make sure it's got diesel in it.
But that's the whole point in thinking about this. I mean, to me, we're more likely to our grid to go down before, not having gas for 30 days.
Yeah.
That sounds more plausible to me than running out of gas. Now, you remember in the 70s, I remember people lining up for miles waiting to get gas.
72 and 73. You right.
I don't know what it was all about. All I know is, there's a lot of people riding bikes and stuff back then.
Dig Deep Ministries. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hey,
was,
Josh, good to see you.
I think it was the oil embargo with OPEC, wasn't it, that started the gas?
I think so, something like that.
All I know, I was too young.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do remember they had odd days and even days, depending on how your license plate ended.
Yeah, my dad used to tell me about tickets. You were given tickets or something when you could go get gas that day.
Now that I don't remember, but I do know my family had 2 cars, and it didn't matter what day it was, we could go. Got one ended and odd, and the other one ended even.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about no hand pump.
But how long do you think it would take before people stop going to work? If something like that was to happen.
When they stopped getting paid,
Oh,
that's when they'd stop. Or when they could no longer get to work.
Well, you remember during the 2020 thing, we had essential workers,
Yeah.
which were the poor people, basically. the people who had to keep the groceries stocked and all that stuff. But you're going to know those same people are going to be the ones that are working. The richer people, they already have their supply of gas at their houses or wherever. They don't need to go out. They can stay home and wait it out, type thing.
I'm going to be on the safe side and say for everyone, rich and poor, 30 days in, they're going to start panicking.
Oh, it'll be quicker than that.
Well, you figure they got tanks that'll probably last about 30 days with gas in it,
Oh no.
Your farm will be
Do you realize how many your local gas station, how often they fill them big tanks up?
Okay, you're
Every
talking to the public. I'm not.
Every 3 days.
I'm not talking about the public. I'm talking about the farmers. All right, well, who's got the tractors, the farm trucks? They'll come out. I'm gonna say what, 2 weeks to a month fill up, depending. And the rich people, let's say they've got a 5,000 gallon tank. That's going to take them, it'll take them longer than 30 days to go, but
Well, they're not going to go anywhere.
no.
You would be surprised of, even the House and the Senate, how many of those people are actually preppers, that they have stockpiles of stuff where they're at.
Yeah.
What was it that, the drunk lady, the Speaker of the House
Pelosi.
last year?
Oh,
Yeah. It was posted somewhere that she had barrels of her favorite drink. I thought it was funny at first, but I'm sitting there thinking,
Yeah.
I wonder what else she has. If she has barrels of her favorite alcohol,
Yeah.
they have, if something like the government shuts down, they don't miss a beat. They have all
No.
the fresh food and all that stuff. And even if 30 days is nothing for them, that they wouldn't even notice.
well, now that's why they got bunkers built, and it is very well stocked.
Yeah, that's all. You have all these big company guys, the Facebook guy, he
Yeah.
over in Hawaii. You'd be actually, oddly enough, why there, I don't know, but there are a lot of rich people who are building bunkers in Hawaii. Question: if people can afford a well and hand pump,
Yeah.
are
you
they
can.
a way for you to put hand pump? Now the hand pump thing all depends on how deep the well is, because a hand pump is maybe 20 gallon if you're lucky. Most hand pumps, and there's the one that the hand pump which was this guy saying that he lost electricity, and he got his cordless drill out, and he had this little pump that hooked onto his water hose, and he put 150 feet of water hose down that well and turned on his electric drill, and nothing came out, and he didn't understand it. And finally a couple people told him, they said, well, that pump you have is only pump out 2 gallons, the pressure. So that hose went down 150 feet. That hose is not going to hold, is going to hold a hell of a lot more than 2 gallons. That's how much weight it can pull up. And that's the thing that people don't realize. You can have one of them old-fashioned hand pumps, but that little leather, well, the older ones, the leather, I forget what they call it. That's what they call that thing. That you have to wet it and actually put water in it to get it going. But once you start pumping it up, if it's any more than 10 or 20 feet down, that little leather thing will flop and you won't pull no water up. So a hand pump, depending on how much PSI it can hold, will determine if it'll actually work. The older ones, they're a lot stronger than these newer little plastic things that they got that hook up to a drill.
I'm sitting here thinking.
So that's the main thing. You have to realize how far that your water is under the ground and how much your pump will pump that out, or if it will. Because like a submergible pump is 200 to 300 pounds PSI. It means it'll lift up 200 to 300 pounds. And if that takes a lot of power to do that, and most time a normal generator won't do it. You have to have a good sized generator, a 240 generator.
You know what? I'm glad I got the well behind my house because I can take the top off of it and see the water.
Yeah. Well, see, that's like my grandpa's. It was probably 40 feet down, but we dropped a bucket down there and pulled it up, and that's how we got our water there. We didn't have electricity or anything, so we just pulled it up.
I remember, I think I was about 5 years old. Pop would go down to the stream, stand on the bridge and throw a bucket over there and pull it up, like that right there. He'd fill up a few jugs and bring it to the house. That's what we cooked with, everything back then.
Yeah, we for the longest time, and I remember going back to my grandpa's later on, and he actually installed a little crank thing. And I'm, why did you have that when I was around? It's because you were around. I had to pull it up like this.
Yeah, I did too.
And found out, my grandpa put a stake in the ground, and he tied the end of the bucket rope to the stake because it slipped out of my hand one time, and the whole thing went down in the well.
Was it wintertime or summertime?
I don't know.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking creek.
No, it was a well. He dug it. He dug it himself too.
The one behind the house is hand dug. It's a big one too.
Yeah, I remember the bucket was probably a 2.5 gallon bucket, and pulled it up, and I had to pour it in a 5 gallon bucket, dump it back down there, and pull it back up and fill it up, and had to do 2 of them because I couldn't do one because it would off center me and I couldn't lift it up. So I have to have 2 of them. That way I could lift both of them at the same time.
Well, now, do you remember the old school well house where it had a bucket on it that you just lowered in the well and you cranked it up by hand?
Well, that's what I was just said.
Yeah, but you was talking about pulling the rope up.
Yeah, that's what I said. In later years, I went back and he installed it.
Oh, okay. I
the
didn't
little
hear you
crank
say
thing.
that.
And I said, why didn't you have that when I was around? And he says, because you were around.
Okay, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. I was like, because I didn't know there was a thing like that. I was just, the only thing I remember is having to pull this water bucket out of the well.
Well, I know.
Oh man, that was always the coldest water. It was even colder than the creek.
Yeah.
And only the winter time is the only time we had warm baths. Summertime, that water came out from there into the big metal bucket or tub.
I have took a shower and pulled the water out of the well and took a shower like that. You know.
Oh, I would rather had a shower than sit in that cold water. It's even worse when the neighbor's daughter comes over while you're sitting on the porch taking a bath.
The coldest water I think I've been in is up in the mountains. I don't care if the temperature is 90 degrees. You step in a mountain stream, it's cold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought in Colorado, it was toasty hot out, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go under this waterfall.
Uh-huh.
I was frozen to death. Like,
well, now here at the foothills on the other side of Asheville, there are waterfalls, I'm wanting to say on 64, that you can drive a car through. They got a road built up underneath these waterfalls where you can drive a car through.
Make sure you have the sunroof down.
Yeah, for real.
I remember one time I went to the drive-in car wash, and I decided I think it's going to be funny. You know, I rolled the windows down. Oh no! Never heard the end of that one.
What gets me, and I don't care how old you get, is to see a great big snow come in and it's piled on top of your cars. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But some of these cars, right on the roof, there is a square spot right there. And if you'll look good enough, somebody opened up the roof and all the snow went inside.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been a blonde that owned the car.
Well, send all hate mail to Jeff at gmail.com.
It has been a while since I've done something like that. And I prefer duct tape, not Gorilla tape. That shit's hard to get undone from.
Other words with the grid thing, and one of the main things why the grid would go down if there was no gas and stuff. There are substations and transformers require active maintenance. Oh no, that's not. Oh, system imbalance. Yeah, that's what it was. If you have in a grid, because they all kind of share the load, so to speak. If you have one station go down and one pushes too much power through a section of the grid, or one shuts down and starts back up again, you have an influx and will actually shut down the whole system. And that's one of the things that they're talking about has to be upgraded, because if one section of a grid goes down or goes under a certain threshold, then it shuts down the whole section. And that would be, one of those main issues. Hey, Ohio Valley Prepper. How's it going?
Hey, what do you call a blonde that dyes her hair brown? Artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah, again, send all hate mail to Jeff@gmail.com.
Don't get me started with the redheads. Mercy.
Yeah, you better don't watch that, because
Look, when me and the wife met, she had red hair, red tint to it.
well, I always had a tendency. I don't know why. I would always end up with redhead.
Come on, Grace. I'll hold the door open.
Make sure you get that pink tape. Looks better on Jeff. That
No,
pink camo tape.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure that Gorilla tape comes in pink camo. And get the furry handcuffs. Yeah, hot pink. Okay, what do you think? Because you know, after 3 days, there ain't gonna be nothing on a shelf at the store.
It ain't gonna take that long.
Well, yeah, that's, you know, to me, like I was talking about, is when my tank gets to half a tank, that's empty. So I immediately go to the store and fill it up, or put 20 in it or whatever, just to get it up over the halfway mark. Because if you wait until it's on actual empty and something happens, you're not going to be able to drive around very much at all, because that's not going to last very long. That's why always, you know, a half a tank is empty to me. I always put that in my head. Half a tank is empty.
I'll give you that. But the reason I was told is this right here. The bottom of your gas tank has got so much debris and stuff down in there that if you let it run low, when you go to fill it up, it's going to be floating around. It's going to get your pump.
Well, that's because you're old, Jeff. That's when there was a lot of stuff in the gas.
Well,
these days it's not as bad as it used to be.
I bet it is.
You have a point. Jeff has a point, to a point.
Yeah.
The main thing that it does is, if you don't have at least half a tank, you get that low, your fuel pump is normally, not always, but if it's inside the tank, it'll start running hot because it's not covered with fuel. So that's another reason why I'd never let it get that low.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah. I think majority of them are in the tanks nowadays.
Well, yeah, after I think 88, 87.
Probably, yeah.
But that's why I like old school.
Yeah.
I like them mounted right behind the water pump there, right up front.
Yeah, my truck that I had here, I had changed the fuel pump.
In the tank?
Nope.
No.
It was a 77.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be right on the block then.
Yep.
I remember on my Plymouth, fuel pump went out. And I went and got one. He said, "What type you want?" I said, "Inline." That's what I got hooked up, and no more problems with the fuel pump.
Actually, Harvest, you shouldn't keep gas in your generators unless you're going to be using them all the time.
Or you've got an additive in it for
Yes. Yeah.
stable.
Yeah. I like when it's like if I have to use my generator for power goes off or something like that, I just let it run out
Mm-hmm.
just to be safe.
That way you don't get in your carburetor and
Mhm.
so forth.
Well, those where I live, those kind of things, I use the marine fuel that has no ethanol in it. Because
Yeah.
with the humidity and the temperatures down here, if you run something, and I'm not saying it's bad to in certain parts of the country, but down here, you want to keep fuel in your carburetor because that lubes all the rubber parts up that are, seals and this and that. Because if you
Yeah, and
let
it depends if it's like a two-stroke or whatever.
right,
Yeah.
so there's different applications for all that.
Well, now answer this right here. Even though it's a small engine, okay, can you run them off of moonshine without it really harming nothing?
Run what?
I don't know.
Generator?
Generator.
You got to be careful with.
A regular motor.
I mean,
They run so hot with
yeah,
moonshine.
I don't know what that. What
This
proof?
day and time, automobile, you can't run off of moonshine. It'll burn it up. But your old school, you can do it.
Yeah, but that's because like most of the parts are aluminum.
Right.
But you really should have an oil-based fuel in your carbs
Yeah.
for lubrication. You running pure shine like that's going to run very hot.
Yeah, those little carburetors would burn up pretty quickly.
Okay. Okay.
Because a lot of the parts are plastic in them too.
Yeah.
Well, went that idea.
Yeah, there you go. Shine is more expensive.
Well,
You
if there's
depend.
no gas, the
Well-
gasoline's probably going to go up like $50 for a gallon. But moonshine would be more expensive because you're burning up everything.
Yeah, certain seasons here, I like to have 25 to 30 gallons on hand in 5-gallon
I got that covered.
5-gallon jugs, and of course I treat all the gasoline. And then after that certain season goes away, then I start using it. I'll use it in my truck. I'll use it in the van. I'll use it in whatever, lawnmower, tractor.
Yeah. Yeah, because my generator is two-stroke.
Okay. Mine
And
is dual fuel, propane or gasoline. But
I just have a little bitty one that's enough to. When we didn't have electricity, I ran the AC, freezer, refrigerator, and chargers. That's and at nighttime was lights.
is it air cooled with a water jacket, or you got to hook a hose
Just
up?
air cooled. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I can pick it up with both hands move it around. It's got wheels on it, but for me to bend over that low to
Yeah.
pull
That's
that
just
thing, it's easier for me to lift it up and carry it.
That's the way mine is.
They have those things for short people.
I couldn't even carry mine, even when I was in good health. Dana B must have walked up underneath a waterfall.
No, it's called living in Florida.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
You go outside and you're already before you close the door, you're already sweating.
The heat.
So in other words, take a towel with you.
I think it was Bartow. The heat index yesterday was 114.
Good God.
That's, not true temperature, but feels like. And it's,
Yeah.
that's just stifling.
Well, right now, I'm sitting here looking at the thermometer. It is 79 degrees right now as we speak here.
Well,
Yeah, it's a doozy here. It's 69.
oh, shut up.
I agree with you, Eric.
We're supposed to get storms again tonight, so
I've never seen a summer this bad down here this year. Never.
They say next year is going to get worse. And
They say that every year.
they say that every year though.
It's El
yeah, I
Nino.
know. But they're saying that wintertime this year, that the South is going to be dry again.
No, I heard it's going to be a wet winter down here.
Yeah,
Because it's so dry now.
it depends who you ask. My grandpa would go out and look at a caterpillar and tell me what the winter was going to be. Another way, he would pull an onion out and count how many layers of skin there was on it to where it got to the white part of the onion.
Yeah.
And he could tell you how cold it was going to be that winter.
Now, my daddy used to tell me, when you're out in the woods and you see a hornet's nest, if it's down low to the ground, it's going to be a mild winter. But if it's up high, it's going to be a hard one.
Huh.
I just
The
refer
only-
to Tawny Phil.
The only hornet's nest I remember calling is backing into them down at the river with a fishing pole.
They don't
Hey,
sweat.
Tammy.
Oh my God, I'm not going to touch that one.
I'm not neither, Eric.
Excuse me.
See, they glisten with grease. That way the water just slides right off.
They glisten.
Again, send all hate mail to jeff@gmail.com.
The frying pan man at gmail.com.
Ooh, I got more. I got another email.
Yeah, Dixie's in yon. Oh, they sending you the email for me.
No, this is sending me more pictures. She went and got more pictures developed today or yesterday, and she's sending them.
Tammy,
Well, yeah, I
if
can't show
y'all-
that one on.
Oh,
If y'all-
I'm from Jersey. No. Northern girls sweat. No, sorry. They do.
I was fixing to say, if northern girls don't sweat, you better stay up there.
Especially if you put
Yeah.
a drink in their hand and tell them to
Women don't fart either.
clean up
Yeah,
the
bullshit.
leaves.
You ever been in the elevator full of women? Yeah, they do too.
So Harvest isn't glistening, she's glistening. Okay, well, that's it. Okay. Is that like from shrimp or something? Or
They're we better change the subject before it gets.
Yeah, because
Oh, you mean before Jeff turns it around and makes it bad?
Yeah, he's gonna say something about the glistening.
Put a sock in it, Jeff.
Yeah, but the thought done enter my mind. I had to shut up real fast on that one.
New word, glistening. Okay. Glistening on the shrimp boat, all the way to Abilene.
As long as it don't smell like fish, we're fine. I think I got your not mods, but your stream bot going pretty good tonight.
Well, that's just on a timer.
Oh,
That-
9 o'clock. Got to take some medicine.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, really. I wish I could go without taking this.
When's the last time you had shrimp, Jeff?
It's been a while. I'm gonna say
So,
What, 3
so
years?
Mary Moon has hot jellyfish guts in her eyes and fish slime. Yes, glistening. Okay.
about a week and a half ago, I had shrimp.
Week and a half ago. Okay.
Yeah,
it's been about 2 years for me.
coconut. At the Chinese place, it was coconut shrimp.
I was in a bait and tackle store. Was it yesterday or the day before? And they got a delivery. You want to see the jumbo shrimp came in the back door. Oh, man.
I'd love to lay my hands on jumbo shrimp. I'd fire my grill up.
And absolutely, that's where I go.
Yeah.
I buy them fresh, dispatch them at home, and then put them on the grill.
Hey, ain't a thing wrong with that.
Well, it's cheaper than buying them at the supermarket.
Well,
And they're like, well, I can't mention names, but they're like, you're eating bait. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's the same stuff you get in the market. Real
The
shrimp.
same thing. It comes from the ocean.
It just came out of the ocean this morning.
Yeah, I don't know if it was real or not. It was probably not, being up here. It's hard to say. I don't know where they get their shrimp and stuff. Hopefully not from Walmart.
now, Harvest Mary Moon is right. They do have farm shrimp around.
Oh yeah, just like
90% of the,
fish.
90% of the world eats farm shrimp.
Yeah,
How do you tell the difference between farm shrimp and
You
ocean?
don't. If you clean it properly.
oh, by the way, this is me playing the drums back in the day. And that wasn't for the band I was in either. I was subbing in for somebody. That was actually in LA, Los Angeles, when California was actually halfway decent. Halfway.
Damn, there was a time that was.
Yeah.
Dana, you won't eat mullet? Fresh mullet spread? Oh,
What?
no.
What?
Mullet and mackerel spread on a cracker. That's one of the best.
Quit while you're here, Eric.
Mhm. Mullet is bait to her.
I need to mute my side here
It is a good bait, though. It's good on redfish. Hey,
because Eric is saying so much stuff. My mouth keeps opening up to say.
I can smell you.
You're very, very close.
grill them with barbecue sauce. I haven't tried that, Mary Moon. I'll have to try that.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
That one was for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
No, dude, I was muted. No.
Well, that's for
I'm
what
out
you're
there.
about, that's for what you're about to say. So.
Yeah. The
Y'all
anticipated
are so
patient.
lucky. Y'all are so lucky. My mouth, the spring in my mouth, it don't work
The spring?
tonight.
Yeah. Maybe you need to be resprung.
Was it a wriggler? Delete.
But you see,
Oh,
I'm going to
don't
keep
laugh,
this
my
crap
chest
on the
hurts.
air.
Oh boy.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go take a shot.
We'll get a spring too.
Okay, the other thing I was gonna search on here real quick. How long do you think banks would stay open?
After the power's gone?
No. How like you wake up tomorrow and you go to the gas station and it says no gas. You know, there is no gas. You go to the next gas station, no gas. And you find out this is all across the country. There is no gas. And
Well,
that's day one. So how many days after that?
the bank
Do you
will
think-
close. The bank will close when it runs out of currency. That's it.
Well, technically, they don't really have currency at banks anymore. Not big amounts or anything.
Well, whatever amount they have, when they can no longer give you anything, they'll lock the doors.
Well, technically, it has nothing to do with that. It's actually a 3 days, unless it is approved by the state commissioner's office. But if there is a shutdown on supply, meaning gasoline or anything else, banks can only stay open for 3 days. And that's according to Google. So I don't know if that's 100% true, but this also comes from Bankers Online.
Right.
Yeah, it says,
Oh, I believe you. I just don't think it would be a full 3 days.
and this is some states,
I think people
and this would
make
can be considered an emergency situation. So ruling that 3 consecutive days that they have to shut down unless they have approval from a commissioner,
yeah.
whatever commissioner they're talking about, but probably a state. But it's capped at 3 days.
So if you've got a gas shortage, then who's driving the Brinks truck to the bank?
Yeah,
So offload replenish the ATMs
yeah.
but if you're in that situation, then you've got bandits all over trying to heist everything. So wouldn't be a peachy world to be out in, that's for sure.
Oh no, because we've all seen the movies where people go in to get the last bit of items,
Mhm.
and they think it's real bad in the store. It's worse when you leave.
Yeah. it's when
If
you get
somebody
attacked.
sees you have bags of stuff, they're not going to go back in the store and see if they can find anything. They're going to take it off of you.
Well, they're going to try to, right?
Yeah, but that's where you don't even want to be in the store that first week.
No.
Well, probably the first 3 months, you don't want to be out in public type of situation, because
You want to be prepped and stay home.
it's exactly. Well, this is not shift. This is just gasoline. But like I said, the more I dig into this, it seems like that 3-day thing. Grocery stores only have enough for 3 days. Now the banks will be down for 3 days. They'll only be open for 3 days rather. And, a lot of the power will only run for 3 days, depending on your area and stuff. Because, like I said, if you have a hydro plant, that's where you're getting your power. You're setting pretty good, unless something happens, they break a major part, and then they can't have it shipped in. Then you're out of luck with power. As soon as power goes down, there goes your supply of water. Unless you have that prepped.
And that hydro dam better be well secured,
Yeah.
because they'll be all, well, you know,
Oh, yeah.
there'll be a lot of people walking around.
Well, it's like not the Walking Dead, but the other one before the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Down in Mexico, where the bandits, so to speak, took over the dam.
Mm-hmm.
They controlled the water because water is more important than gold, silver, pews, the whole shebang. Because almost as important as air, but 3 days and you're out of luck, so to speak. Well, yeah, that's why I was saying no fuel would be an emergency situation. It would be a national emergency. So that's why they would shut down. And again, that all depends on your states too.
Right.
And again, that's physical cash. You know, your card will probably still work online as long as you have power and stuff, but what good is that going to do? It's not like you can order Uber Eats or something like that.
Nobody deliver nothing.
Yeah.
That's why, if you can,
Yeah.
you should have a
That's
certain
good.
amount of cash at home.
It's like that south of here. The church that I volunteer with sometimes during storms and whatnot, they're still sending stuff down. And that was actually, I think that made major news. Remember I reported about the gas going up $1 after the storms hit here, and 15 minutes they raised the gas over $1 here.
I hope someone looks into that.
And it has nothing to do with supply or demand or anything like that, because Ohio we have our own refineries here. So that has nothing to do with the price going up or anything. It's supposed there was an investigation going on, but it won't go anywhere because I think our governor is involved in getting a cut of that, allegedly.
Allegedly.
What was the other one that I wanted to go over?
Especially food gouging.
Well, usually it's gas is the first thing that goes up because after gas, then everything else goes up.
Yeah.
But when nowhere else, no other states go up by $1, something's fishy.
Really?
Yeah.
They're
And
tough down here, boy. They got people driving around looking for price gouging.
Well, it was the big three oil companies in this area, and well, the central and southern half of Ohio, all their prices went up. Now, like Murphy, they didn't get the memo right away, evidently. That's when I went over there and got gas before they changed theirs. They didn't go up the full $1 though. They only went up like 70 cents.
I thought you was going to say 98 cents.
No.
Rick Norman.
All gas stations are owned by. Oh, are you talking about the gas stations or the oil company? Some of them are Saudi Arabia guy over there, the big oil guy. Oh, the gas station. Okay. Yeah. A lot of them. Yeah.
I think that's more of a franchise though.
Over here we have drive-throughs are like that.
Really?
Yeah.
We
in gas stations.
We got a bunch of Hajis down here.
We had one here. They were big in there, and they found out that if they worked the gas station, they didn't make much money. So they hired people to run the gas station, and they started making money. I don't know if they still own it or they sold it or not, but as soon as and it's just not that the owners were foreign and this and that. It's the way they went about it and stuff. The way they took flags down that used to be up in the gas station and the flagpole. They removed the flagpole and stuff like that. And a lot of people took offense to it. You may own it, but it's still in America. And taking the flags down and stuff like that, that was a big no-no. And everybody went elsewhere to get gas after that. And like I said, I see people stopping to get gas there all the time now. So I'm probably pretty sure they don't own it anymore. Yeah, whoever you want to be can own stuff, but when you disrespect the flag and stuff like that,
Get out.
yeah, You slapped my bot?
What?
I don't know. The bot's the one that picked what happened, so I guess that's
He slaps himself, huh?
Well, Dana B gave him a cookie.
she kicked somebody too. I think I saw
No,
that.
no, no.
Well, Dana's always kicking somebody.
Dana's got a loose foot there. You normally end up 500 miles away.
No wonder her hair's always wet, sweating all the time.
It's them high altitudes when she's flying through the air.
All that, she probably lifts weights on her on her kicking leg all day. Oh,
Toilet seat. Oh, Dana, I'm sorry. Oh well.
Okay.
Now I guess we could go over some of the bad stuff. Not saying that what we talked about was good or anything, but how long after how long do you think it would take before the bad element started coming out? After
the first thing would come out.
The
Day
gas.
3.
Day 3?
No,
Day 3.
they'd be at the gas station getting rid of the gas, taking it.
Well, again, that's the thing is there is no gas at the gas station. You go to the gas station and it says no gas. That's the thing. And that, that'd be the first thing everybody does. If they go to the normal gas station you always go to, the first thing you're going to do is go to the next gas station and get gas there. And if it said no gas and so forth and so forth, and you figure out, oh, I don't have any gas.
Nope. And you
Well, I
slowly.
tell you, our gas stations around me is about 5 miles apart.
I was going to say, each gas station you get farther and farther from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you realize that it's nationwide. There is no gas.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying that this is a thing that could happen or anything. I'm not saying it can't because, never say never type of thing. But it makes you think, how prepared are you, because it's just not, I'll just stay home for 30 days. Because like I said, I made it as PG as I could. But the real facts is that, like I said, 3 days you got the grocery stores are going to be picked clean. You may find that expensive can of funky spam on the top or something like that, but chances are, power's going to go out unless you're, one of those good places where it's hydro and this and that. Even with hydro, though, if there's a disruption through the system, an overload from one station losing power and then gaining it can shut down a grid.
Yeah.
So you're without power. Now, again, 30 days, you would think that's easy. I can live 30 days without power,
Oh,
And
that's a
then-
long time.
30 days without gas. And then
Well,
you think, what else? What else are you going to lose? You're
Your patience.
depending if you're on a system that has running water from the city or whatever. That's the next thing that goes because they have generators that'll keep that the water running for 3 days. Most places 2 to 3 days. So then now you don't have water. Do you have enough water to last you a month? Yeah, and that's the other thing. You know,
Emergency.
medicine. You know, there's tons of stuff that you don't think about. Your prescriptions, and some people, you know, they're going to die without their prescriptions.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. If they don't have a way to keep certain medicines cold, that's even worse. And it's not like you can pick up the phone and
Call.
I need to go to the hospital because I don't have this. Our ambulances are out of gas. We can't come get you. Now that's, again, like I said, all this stuff can get it worse as it goes. It's not to scare anybody. It's just the facts.
The facts.
Well, maybe it's time we do need to scare some people. That way, get them to thinking ahead. You know.
Insulin. Well, there's quite a few different medicines that I've learned that needs to be at a certain temperature. Some antibiotics. There's what is that? It's the purple ribbon. It's an immune thing. That medicine has to be a certain temperature too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't even go over, you know, how you cooking your food. You know, I grew up eating out of cans.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing, just warming one of those cans up does wonders, makes you feel a lot better. We used to say we stop at a rest area and we know, you know, 50 miles down the road was another rest area. Okay, we'll have dinner there. And we would put our cans on the motor and drive to the next rest area. And by the time we got there, they were all warmed up.
Mm-hmm. I've done that. I was sitting in there today, this afternoon, eating a can of beanie weenies and looked at Dixie and I said, back in my day, this was lunch, a can of beanie weenies, crackers, and a drink. You know, and they tasted better back then than what they do today. I did not say beanie weenies. I said beanie weenies.
Well, I was gonna say back in your day, the food didn't come in cans.
They just started putting them in cans back then.
Oh, okay.
I took
He ran out of gas.
I took a half pizza to work with me one day, laid it up on the hood of the truck. I'm gonna tell you what, it's good and warm come dinner time.
Well, I know Eric has multiple ways well, of heating his Coleman stove.
In the sun.
Well, he did a conversion to where it runs on gasoline.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I got a flat top like it. Oh, no, I don't either.
But again, how many times can you run that for 30 days, Eric? With what you got in your house for storage?
Oh, no.
I can run it probably 60 days
Okay.
because it's only 2 burner and it's small. So tank is small.
Eric,
Yeah, I see it.
did you see chat by chance?
Yeah.
Where it says Mr. Bushy Butt? Where you dump bacon over grates?
Yeah.
At least it's bacon.
She'll get me back.
Yeah. Well, in chat, off the top of your head, how many different ways do you have to cook? And I'll accept electric and gas for 2 things.
Oh, you will?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't know how long the gas will last. So you could use gas
I've got
and electricity. We don't know how long that's going to last, but it's still a viable way
right.
until it isn't.
This
I
is
could-
without gas or electricity.
Grill or deep fry.
Well, I mean, gas and electricity is 2 things. So,
Gas, electricity. Right. Okay. And then propane. So that's 3 ways.
Well, okay. Scratch what I just put.
fire, wood stove, and wood smoker,
Don't
I
forget
would
the
make
sun,
4 of those.
propane tanks.
a campfire.
Yeah, always remember you can cook outside, but again, whatever you're cooking, everybody else is going to smell.
Exactly. Oh shit! Bring the wood in and throw it on the stove and cook like that.
Don't tell me. Yeah, they got this. I don't know. They're probably about $30 now, but here, let me look. Walmart.
I didn't even think about sterno.
Hang it. So, really? Well, never mind. They're having technical difficulties, evidently.
Who is?
You were Spectrum, ain't you?
Walmart.
Are you talking about that flat top grill they got?
No,
Oh,
that's like $100 and some dollars.
no,
they got
no,
the
no,
little-
no, no. This
Little
is-
stoves.
Like a little burner or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got one out now that you can convert it to a flat top, and it's $30.
Oh,
I mean, you're getting the same stove and everything that you normally would, but they also put in a flat top thing that you set over top of it. You can cook eggs, bacon, whatever on it.
well, that's just the cast iron thing you can stick on top of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
$30.
Well, you technically you don't even need that. You just get a cookie sheet put on top of it. Does
Get
the
a
same
good
thing.
cast iron frying pan.
Yeah. But and there's the Coleman stove. If you have
Yeah.
the kerosene or gasoline in Eric's case. And I have one other way, but I'm still looking for it. And I'm not going to give it away until I can actually find it, because if not, it's going to go all over the internet. As soon as I say it, other people will start looking for them and stuff. I know it.
Jack the price up.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is it's Asian.
They admit nothing. I'm telling you, it's the best device you're ever going to get.
And I found one for 65, but I have to drive a good ways to get to it.
Yeah.
But it's well worth it.
They get him? I don't know.
But yeah, it's like even if you have 5 different ways of cooking something, try to think of a sixth way to cook something.
Uh-oh.
Get your wife mad enough she won't stop bickering and keep it warm.
And that's why a fire outside is good to cook stuff in, but again, that smell's going to travel. And if somebody's hungry enough, they're going to smell that bacon through the walls of your house anyway.
Dude, you can smell bacon. You can smell sausage a mile away.
I remember we went camping. I got up early
And coffee.
and had the fire going, and all we had was a grill, and I had bacon, and I had the cast iron skillet, and I was cooking eggs in it, and I had the bacon next to it on the grill part, and the bacon would drip down in the fire and go crazy. And it was probably around 6 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden you see people coming out of their campers, and you see their sniffing faces go up in the air, and people started waking up.
Well, with me, we always went camping in tents and everything.
Well, that's what we were in tents.
And they would get, what always woke me up more than anything was that coffee being brewed on the fire. That and the bacon.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any coffee. It was just bacon, and it just, everybody was up.
I don't care how hard of a sleeper you are. If you're out camping and you smell coffee, first thing in the morning, you getting up. And that cowboy coffee is the best coffee you can make. Go to Kent Rollins for cowboy coffee. He just pours coffee grounds in the water.
Yeah, and you have to think of, well, with you guys down there in Florida, the summer would be the worst time for this to happen.
Yeah,
It would.
that's
Up
normally
here, it
when
would
we
be
think about-
wintertime.
Yeah.
Imagine no power and stuff in wintertime, but below zero.
There'd be a lot of people.
I'd take that over the heat,
I don't know.
because I've been there. I mean, I've lived up north, and
Yeah, but no power, no heat or anything at below zero.
I'd have heat somewhere. I'd build a fire.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Well, it's still a fire only keep one side of you warm.
Well, I'd have a wood burning stove wherever I live.
Well, yeah, wood burner stove, but if your house didn't have one,
Well,
how else would you heat your house?
Kerosene heater.
Well, there's no gas. There ain't gonna be no kerosene unless you have a good supply of it. And then again, you know, for a whole house, of course, that would kind of be the big mistake, is trying to heat a whole house.
Now, the best thing to do is if you ain't got no heat, you find one room, you block it off, you throw towels up underneath the door, you cover your windows up real good.
Well, you're going to kill yourself then.
You won't. If there is two people in there, the heat from your body will keep you warm.
Yeah, but you need ventilation.
Now you got to keep the cold out, and you got ducks in your house now. I ain't talking about the quack quack type. You got
only
ventilation.
Jeff has ducks in his house.
I got deer antlers, but that's about it.
Now, James, a whole lot of people don't know about how to do that.
Well, you'd be surprised how much a candle will heat your house up, or heat a room up.
You put enough of them up, yeah.
Well, even one can heat a house, or not a house, a room. Just putting a candle under a clay pot, heat the clay pot up, and
you're gonna have to do a video on that.
there's so many people. There's so many of them out there. It's like another one of those videos.
But how many people watch it?
Yeah,
You know,
I did see how somebody made one, which was very smart. You actually get 3 of the pots, and you have one over the candle, and above the candle you have 2 of them facing big ends up, and you plug up the top hole, and it fills up the one, and heats more area that way. I don't have anything here that would show it.
I'll tell you something else too that works. Pitch a tent in your living room and sleep in it.
Yeah, you just have to be careful, because, you know, people put flammable things inside their tent, and then they're in a fireball that they can't get out of. Just like if you're going to have a candle somewhere, get a cookie sheet and put the candle on the cookie sheet. That way, if it tips over, it's going in the cookie sheet, not catching something on fire.
Or you could get a can of Cresco, drop a candle in it.
You shouldn't have to rely on that. You should already have candles. That's the thing about being prepared, is not making stuff out of peanut butter or Crisco or anything, because those things can be very dangerous.
Peanut butter, I agree with.
Crisco, you know, you heat that thing up and it's all liquid, and you tip it over on you.
Nah.
That's not going to feel too good. And again, it's flammable.
Wait a minute. Who said
But the
that?
best thing would, have a wood stove in your house. That
Yeah.
saves that problem right there. Or
Oh, you're so
your
right.
fireplace.
Yeah. And I do got both. A
You
wood
sleep
stove.
on the floor around the hearth.
Oh yeah. About every 15, 20 minutes to flip over to the other side.
Damn.
I remember and this was 78 when we got that bad winter.
Yeah.
Sitting there, all of a sudden with the
No, not 78.
the potbelly stove black smoke started coming out all over the place, coming out from the doors and whatnot. And Grandpa jumped up and he says, he broke the window on one side and started pushing the snow back. He already knew what it was. I was freaking out, and he already knew what it was. He pushed his shovel through the window and cleared a airway, and then the smoke started coming out. And he says, "We need to get out the house." And opened the door, and it was just all white, where the snow was over 6 feet tall.
Wow.
And that's what we actually broke through the ceiling into the roof, which it was just a metal roof anyway, and shoved me out it. And he says, "You got to go clear in front of the house." And I didn't know where the front of the house was. And I stepped off of the ledge and went woof. And from there, I was digging around until I got a spot. And I was yelling for my grandpa. I said, "Where are you at? I don't know where I'm at." And he yelled out, "Over here." And then because I was digging the wrong direction. And I started digging that direction until I ran into the side of the shanty. And then he was banging on the door and showed me which direction to go from there, and shoveled and finally hit the inside of the door frame area. And it was like, that was freaky. And the funny thing is, it was really cold that day, and I didn't have a coat on or anything. I think, I can't remember if I was barefooted or not, but we had to hurry up and get an airway, get air into the house.
Sure.
Because you have 6 feet of snow covering the outside of the house, and the roof, there was no circulation for the stove to suck air. And as soon as he broke through the window, the first thing he told me, he says, lay on the floor. And then I watched as he took the shovel and broke the top part of the window and stuck his shovel out like this, and until air got airflow, and all the smoke went right out the door, or right out the window. What was amazing to me, it was like he already knew what the issue was right off the bat. You know, soon as the room started filling up, he knew what it was.
Experience.
I didn't know what it was because I couldn't see out the windows or anything, knowing that it snowed that much. But he is like, boom, he was up and knew exactly what to do.
What was it? Back in the 70s, I sat here and watched TV. I'm wanting to say up in New York, people were jumping out of the windows into the snow just to go to the store. They couldn't get out the doors.
Yeah.
And I looked at Mom and I said, well, how are they getting back in the house if they can't get through the doors?
Well,
They go back to where they
technically,
came, right?
if it was probably 2 years, if it was like 2 years before that, we wouldn't have got out because he had just changed the door. Because back then the doors, when you open the door, it opened this way.
Oh.
Because of bears would push the doors open. Nowadays, you push the door when you turn the knob. You walk in with the door, but he had just changed the door, so when we opened the door, we just seen the white. And he started digging from his side, and I dug through the other side. But I just remembered that because if it was just a couple years before that, it'd have been a heck of a lot harder to push open the door.
Yeah.
Because back then, you know, back in the day, doors opened out because they changed it because it was harder for firemen to break doors open and whatnot if there was a fire. I'm assuming. I'm not sure if that's the reason why they changed making doors open in. I'm assuming that's what it. Here.
I know you can still order them either way.
Oh, shit. No kidding.
Most house doors open inward to keep hinges safe from intruders, protect against heavy weather like snow, and safe hallway space. I don't know what that is, but okay. And for public buildings, they open outward.
That's probably fire code.
For crowds and whatnot.
Yeah.
So jamming an exit during an emergency. The push effect, people rushing forward, the door opens instead of trapping him shut. Yeah. Huh.
Oh.
I always thought it was like for firemen, you know, to open a door, you just kick it in. If not, you need a pry bar to pry it open.
Bushcraft. It's going on 10 o'clock, boss man.
Yeah, we got 5 more minutes. Let me see if there's anybody live. Usually when I send people over, they end their lives right when I send people over. Well, there's last time I sent people over there, he didn't even say hi to the people I sent over, so I'm not going to send over there. So,
Okay.
I think your prepper's live. We can go over to what's her name, Hardneck Farms again.
I'm gonna go watch putt putt.
Putt putt.
Yeah.
Putt putt golf.
Yeah.
But I guess we will see you guys next week. I don't know what I'll come up with for next week.
But something will come to us.
Yeah.
Brooks and Hope. That's who me and Dixie watch it. And put
Hey,
Bro-
B.
Brooks and Dunn.
B, you're
and
buzzing
Hope.
in late, B. We're cutting it.
Oh, there's B.
Where B? B. Hey B. Bye B.
Bye, B. Busy B.
You know what? Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
guys.
yeah. I go that.
Trying to find another picture with my black hair, but those pictures I can't show online.
Uh-oh. You ain't artificial intelligence in this, are you?
Hey, Lori.
Hey Lori, how's it going?
Oh, Lord.
I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight, and hopefully it was entertaining.
Yes.
Besides, remember all the hate mail sent to Jeff
Right.
for his blonde jokes and whatnot.
And Sugar Pie.
B's probably saying, "Oh darn, I missed him. I was going
And
to talk."
remember, women don't sweat; they glisten.
You bullshit.
Or,
Jeff.
or Glusson. One of the
Not around here, they don't.
That's cool, Lori. I hope you had a good time.
Well, watching. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
She must have went to the mall.
No, she works at one of those places.
I went. I don't think it was a kayak. I think it was it was one of the board windsurfing boards, but it didn't have the wind sail on it.
Oh, okay.
And I was out. Actually, it was in Oregon too, off the coast of Oregon, and I got past the wave part and was out there just cruising around, and whales came up, and I got the crap scared out of me because I thought they were going to eat me. They started doing their little floppy things over there, and
Mating ritual.
I made that thing move faster than if it did have a wind sail on it. I was gone.
Grace, nobody believes that. Come on. Lori says we fluff. Oh my God. I gotta go.
Anyways, we will catch you guys on the next one, whenever that's going to be.
What's that smell?
It's a flop.
Ooh, that smell.
Yeah. We came from the dirt, raised in the church, steel made. No safe spaces, no handouts. Gen X rise!
Born in the static of a broken TV, MTV loud head banging daily, BMX scars and cassette tape hiss. Raised on rebellion with an iron fist. We drank from hoses, ran wild in the heat. No GPS, just our own 2 damn feet. Streetlights on, better get home fast. Built to survive, not whine like a pansy ass.
Nintendo nights in the arcades glowed, boom boxes blasting while the long hair flowed. We learned real pain, no digital lies. Took hard knocks straight, never victimized.
We don't bend, we don't break. Built in fire for heaven's sake. From metal gods to hip-hop beats.
Gen X stands on concrete streets. Gen X, we never back down. Raised on truth, not bullshit.
Steel in our blood, fire in our veins. We earned our scars. We never asked for reparations, just respect.
Gen X, stand and fight. Middle fingers to the fading light.
From the mosh pit roar to the old school grind. Ain't no generation tougher than mine. Before the fake, before the world went soft and lost its grace. We had grit, we had guts, now everybody crying over paper cuts. Skateboard kings with a battle cry, thrash metal dreams under blood red skies. Wu-Tang, Metallica, Tupac and Slayer, we crossed all lines. Real game players, no clicks, no likes, no online fame. Just blood, sweat, pride and a respected name. You call us forgotten, nah, we're the base. The last real rebels of the human race.
Gen X, we never back down. Raised on truth, not bullshit.
Steel in our blood, fire in our veins. We earned our scars. We never asked for reparations, just respect.
Gen X, stand and fight. Middle fingers to the fading light.
From the mosh pit roar to the old school grind. Ain't no generation tougher than mine.